Good evening, VPG. Welcome to week number 7. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought we'd ever make it this far, Domino? Especially when we're considering changing the length of the seasons today. So there may well not be a week 7, 8, probably 9 and 10 later on in this season. So hey, count yourselves lucky for this winter season. But welcome back anyway. We are of course Pro Clubs Weekly on behalf of VPG, myself 8ball and my lovely co-host Domino, in a very Christmassy green. I mean, told
in my room it's super green. It's like being inside a lime, Abel. But I'm looking at the pictures and it looks, like you said, a bit more tealy. But you know what I mean?
It's very tealy. Right then. 2 nights games. We are sat in the Avora lobby because it is Avora versus Phoenix. We saw Phoenix do the business on RSN last week. They're back to try and claim another scalp with that man M West partnering Gaffer, captain, new striker extraordinaire Tiki up front. That's going to kick us off for not only tonight but the whole week, Domino, so no pressure at all. And then, Domino, it's the team written in big capital letters taking on Prolific, top of the league Prolific, but this is the UK Pro Series, this is the Cup, so anything can happen, and anything did almost happen last time these two sides played. We had that game on stream. It was 1-0 to Prolific, but Engine took them all the way, if you recall, Domino. So,
mate, what a game that was.
They'll be looking to go one back. That is the quarterfinals of the UK Pro Series. Again, I'm wondering when the... Is it the quarter? No, it's not even the quarterfinals. I think it's the round of 16, so I'm wondering when the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals are. Let's do this. Game number 3. Do you know what? I was going to say it's where the big boys come in, but big boys do their team sheets, Cassiopeia. I'm looking at you. We got Cassiopeia taking on Fenerbahce, aka Digital Plus Emre Yetkin, and that man Yetkin has worked his way up into pole position, Domino. He is now striker, so that's actually 5th place, 7th, I believe, Fenerbahce are in. So 2 teams in pretty good form. So looking forward to that one. And then the main event of the evening, of course, it would not be a stream on VPG without Mad Army. Top of the table, beaten last week for the first time in 30 plus games. They are our main event, away from home, Domino, to Besiktas. So, yeah, four bangers for you. Don't say we never do nothing for you. First and foremost then, it is the small case of Avora versus Phoenix. Domino, I mentioned in the intro, we saw Phoenix last week. What have they got to do to pick up all 3 points this week?
I'll tell you what, the Phoenix performance last week, 8ball, it was all about tactics, how they set up, how they defended against the RSN ball, as we like to call it. And then once they went up 8ball, how did they see that game out? And that 1-0 win was fantastic. I think if they can take that professionality back onto the pitch and create a master game plan, like you know the boys at Phoenix have against Avora, it's going to be a hard night for them. But we know these boys at Avora, free-flowing, fast-flowing football, 8ball. It's going to be a tough one to call. And I'm not calling it, so there, deal with it. Deal with it.
It's not like we're here to sit on the fence or anything, right? Yeah, I think you hit the money there when you said about the tactics, and actually it was RSN that they did a number over last week, and I actually had the RSN gaffer saying that we were spot on with our analysis. It was a Phoenix masterclass in that sitch. So not only are we getting some spotlight, which is quite nice, Domino, but again, a rival manager is saying Phoenix got it bang on the money. So they'll be looking to do the same again tonight. And God, we might have had the reverse fixture of this earlier on in the year. We should probably know that, but like I said, it's week 7 now, so that means there's been a lot of games. I was trying to do the mental maths, Domino. It's far too late for that.
I mean, you might have covered it when you were by yourself, but
quite
looking
possibly
back through my note tape ball, yeah, I have not been here and covered the fixture.
Well,
That was told.
answers on a postcard, please. May very well be the case, but oh, Dizzy's in the chat as well, giving some stick. Avora backline, average age of 45.
Primate.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, I think that's pro club's prime. To be honest.
To be fair, good thing Joe Boy's not in there because he can do the figures by himself.
Ouch. Shots fired. For some reason, we always give him stick, and he's never ever done anything to us.
That's the problem, because we know someone personally, but we're gonna give him a bit.
I mean, I feel like we do that. I feel like we do that anyway. To be fair.
Big thing here, April, with Phoenix, knowing how well they played. Mad Bad dropping back into that back three instead of playing the CDM 8-ball, which is a bit of a change.
Yes, exactly that. And the problem is he plays really well in CDM, but also he's one of the best centre backs in the league. That's the issue. He needs cloned, and effectively that's always the issue, isn't it? When we've said it a few times as well. You suffer from your own success in pro clubs. If they find out you can play in another position, sometimes you get dragged out. So
that's true.
Yes, of course. We've said we're ready to go for quite some time now. We assumed it was just you guys sorting yourselves out. Why are you waiting on me? There is a message that says we'll be ready in 2 or 3 minutes. As long as you're good after that, we're good too. Come on, guys. Come on.
Read the DMs. Not responding to our DMs.
God, who do you think you are? Every single esports Premier player.
And celebrity / my wife. I get left on red.
Yeah, Tej, Miley, Matthias, all in the chat. Cam Foster as well. Look out for these two marauding fullbacks, by the way, Domino. A very good style of play Avora have got with Matthias and Cam Foster. We don't normally see it too much. I wouldn't say it's the meta by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a reason we love watching Avora. And of course,
Vane Goat back, 8-ball.
Vane Goats.
Last time we covered him, Vane Goat weren't there.
Vane Goats back, Tej and Weird B up front together. That front three usually cooks, and yeah, they'll be looking to do the same. And don't forget, last time Avora were out, they did score 4 against RSN. That was a Vane Goat inspired performance. So once again, two teams who are not just in good form coming into this game, Domino, but in good stream form as well. So sometimes I think that's important. Yeah, exactly.
Important.
Yeah, don't come on the stream if you're in bad stream form. Rote will tell you all about that.
So would RSN. Why would we keep giving people stick? I don't understand it. I'm in that mood, 8-ball. My apologies.
Right then, get ready for some more shtick, because Avora taking on Phoenix, kicking off our evening, kicking off our week. Avora in the all black from left to right. Phoenix in the all red right to left. It is 13th, plays 8th in the UK Premier. Jobs are good, and now we can concentrate on the game. Matthias for Avora, early doors. Is the gaffer, Harrison.
I think this is what you're going to see in this game, 8-ball, with Avora trying to play expansively, playing it through the thirds, where Phoenix, you know how organised they are all through the pitch. And can they break them up? And to be fair, their counter-attack excellent. The last game they played, Benny was a danger all game.
Yeah, had a very good game. Obi looking for striker's feet. Alan will go all the way back to Mads Weird B. Space to run into. Comes back into the pocket where Clark was waiting for him. He's going to pick it back up in that CDM position. They've all got their player names on Domino, which I absolutely detest. Just when you think it's going to be a good night, I've got to get the team sheets up. Oh, why do they do it to me? Why? P, over the top. Chasing it is Benny. Cuts inside. Frizzle gets back, wins it back, gives it to his gaffer. Again, Avora happy just to keep the ball regardless of where they have the ball. Obi's won it very high up. Frizzy, not for the first time, wins it back, gives it to Weird B. Again, the two CDMs having a field day at the moment. Is it good intercepting or is it a bit sloppy, Domino?
No, I think the centre backs are locked in at the minute. Abel, fantastic work there again. I don't think the ball's through bad. The idea is correct. The execution might be letting them down slightly, and we're just getting into that feeling process, that round one boxing feel kind of thing. Abel.
Benny G doing a very, very good job against, again, those marauding fullbacks, Domino, who, if I'm playing against two fullbacks like that and I want to be getting forward, it's not what I want to be doing with my evening, Dom. I don't want to be tracking them back, so Benny's done well there. Can he keep up for the next 70, 75 minutes? West into Tiki. Benny there. Cam Foster this time. His turn, Domino, to do the number against his opposite number.
And this is what you like about the Evora team. They do play that very, very aesthetically pleasing football.
Yeah, yeah. Over the top it goes. Frantic is there. Mally wins it. Back to the left back. Cam Foster inside to Vane Go. Again, given very, very little time to operate because that's what happens when he does. Oh, Bailey makes the stop, but Tej just lashed at it. I'm not sure he needed to take it that early, Domino.
Yeah, but I don't know that the centre back was on his tail there, Abel, and in this game there's pullback mechanics. So, yeah, keeper guessing the right way. First blood, I would say, is to Evora, but this Phoenix team never out of it, Abel.
They love adversity. Absolutely love it. 25 minutes gone. Goalless in the top left-hand corner. The Scotsman attacking this goal to our left. There is M. West.
If I ever saw a dive.
I was going to say M. West, once of LeBerry fame. I'm not going to say where he's picked that up, but a very, very dangerous marksman. So keep an eye out for him for the rest of the game. Scored so many for LeBerry in pre-season, Dom. I was looking forward to watching him all season. Didn't quite work out, and there he is on the overlap, lashed wide by Benny. No save necessary from Mads. It will be a goal kick. Evora just kind of camped out a little bit in this kind of defensive third. I don't think they mind it. They're good under pressure. They like to work the ball, and that's going to be a corner from absolutely nothing. And this is Clubs 101, Domino. Evora, who again, we're just saying we're camped out a little bit. Up the pitch they go, and of course it is that man. It is the gaffer, the skipper, bunting with yet another header. Before tonight, I think he was the third top goal scorer for the side. He's going to be catching those two strikers up anytime soon because he cannot be stopped. And this is a man, Domino, his build is so heavily guarded. He's got people breaking into the club to copy his build because he scores so many headers. And again, if you're a betting man, you would not got much money back off of that. And that's almost an instant reaction from Phoenix, but it is. Evora 1-0 up, Domino. Again, as we're just saying, capped in that half a little bit. Up it goes. Clubs in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Phoenix because to give away a goal like that, Abel, and these people at Phoenix, they research their games. They should know the danger men there, and in a corner is obviously one of those, especially that man Bunting. But how they gave it away, Abel, the whole situation for them, it's just, it can't let their heads drop now. And it was a great response to them straight on the front foot here, 8-ball, and they are coming forward. Great touch there, great defending.
Bunting in both boxes, baby. Here is Parisi. Benny, yeah, get him over at LeBerry. I'm not sure how you go about signing. I mean, I was about to say I'm not sure how you go about signing the gaffer, but we literally signed the gaffer of Prolific. I mean, don't get me wrong, he stayed for like 3 minutes, but cheeky deflection is going to be a corner. Can they repay the favor now?
Just got to keep away from Bunting, April.
Yeah, literally.
I'd rather put on the keeper's toes than Bunting's toes.
4 red shirts. Make that 5 red shirts. One of them, of course, being Mad Bad Harky. Look out for that man. Edges it goes. West keeps it alive. bullied out of it. Cam Foster makes the clearance. I say clearance come through ball to Vane Goat's feet. That's the man you want to find on the break. Happy to keep the ball, and you know what happened last time? They pinged it 40 yards back to their own goal. However, Avora taken under their spell a little bit nicer, let's say. Cam Foster. It very much suits them going a goal up, doesn't it, Domino? Because we were just saying how much they enjoy keeping the ball, and it's for Phoenix to find a way of how to manage this next 45 minutes. As Alan steps in there, good tackle from him, and that's going to be all she wrote for the first half. Yeah, Domino, as I was saying, it's going to be all up to Phoenix to see what they actually do here in terms of, look, Avora kept the ball even at 0-0, and they kept it really, really well. How much do we want to commit to this? How much are we going to send forward? And what we said prior to this game kicking off was the good thing, or the thing that Phoenix have got cooking for them at the moment, is the fact that they are very good tactically. How do you see them coming out in this second half?
Well, the response to the goal was fantastic, 8-ball, and they have created some chances since then. Sometimes I do think Phoenix on the back foot, trapped in a corner, are a very, very dangerous team. The way I see them getting on the ball, 8-ball, is playing it quicker through the thirds. I mean, try and play Avora at their own game. They can't really slow down the game. They do need to speed it up. I haven't seen much long balls go over the top, but it might be a change of tactic just to give Avora something else to think about. But they're definitely in this game here, 8-ball. Maybe just smarter decisions as they go across. And here's a smart decision here, 8-ball. Oh my, 8-ball!
Very smart decision to give it to that man, Tiki. Bang in form. Instant reply, Domino. That's probably a good tactic.
I should have said that, 8-ball. Just get it, Tiki. Get it to the man in form. He'll make something happen. And I think that's his first proper chance, proper sight of goal, 8-ball. And he makes no mistake there.
Well, I think the good thing for Phoenix in that first half is where Avora were keeping the ball at the back, Phoenix were keeping the ball in this kind of area, this offensive third. And with the likes of West, with the likes of Tiki, they will create something sooner or later, and probably in abundance as well. There's only so long you can keep two players out like that.
Vane. That is go 8-ball.
Keeper staying, and to be fair, probably recommend it in this FIFA. Weirdby did get on the end of it, but Obi is there. Wins it back for his side. Tiki gets in there. Gives it to West, who's got acres to run into. Cuts inside. Parisi on the overlap. Bunting stands his ground, but he's not going to take it off him completely. Mads with a deflection, so kudos to him. But this game is on a knife edge at the moment, probably for two different reasons, Domino.
Yeah, and I think the way Phoenix came out at the start of the second half, 8-ball, you can clearly tell they've got their tails up here.
Yeah.
Avora kind of just need to go back to the well, really. Starve them of possession, keep it here, frustrate them, and then pick your moments to go forward like they are here, 8-ball. And
second time in a row, yeah. He smells the danger, Domino. It's his spider sense. Benny to West, who's having a good game. Allen is there, completes the clearance. Ball goes into touch. Almost 60 minutes on the clock. A goal apiece. And Phoenix in the ascendancy at the moment. Oh, he's gone down. Is that going to be in the box? Is that going to be in the box, Domino?
It is. That's in the
wow. Box. Here we go then. To turn this game on its head, it is M West. It's a save. Mads from the top corner plucks it out, and Avora lived to fight another day thanks to that man Mads. Great stop, not bad penalty either, but
nope.
Small issue of trying to keep this out, and there is the penalty taker. He makes amends almost instantly. You can't keep a good striker down. And that's exactly what's happened there, Domino. It is 2-1. Phoenix eventually do completely turn it around.
Yeah, 8-ball. It's heartbreaking for Avora. Knowing that you got the penalty save there, corner happened, and then it was a very, very well-worked corner from them.
Oh, yeah.
And West just picking up the space. It reminds me of that old Rayo 8-ball.
Oh,
G-Mars just always sniffing around for those knockdowns, and it is a fantastic finish. Both strikers are looking in bang on form here, April, and Avora haven't got going in this second half.
Both strikers on the score sheet will make Joe Boy very, very happy. It is 2-1 to Phoenix, 1-0 down at half-time, and looking for more, truth be told. There's a man at the back post, man on the edge. Who's Benny going to find? I mean, bet you bet him dollar. He finds all three of them, and it's converted at the back post, 3-1. 3-1 was the score between these two sides earlier on in the season. History potentially repeating itself now. 67 minutes gone, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. Matthias runs out of pitch. Whoo!
Abel, great response from this Phoenix team. You know their heads don't go down.
No.
I think in this second half, I don't know. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
We'll stop that there, Abel.
Van Gogh had the goal at his mercy, but a man loves an assist. They need Weird B, they need Tej, and that man Van Gogh now to step up. It can't always be Bunting. He wants that on a t-shirt.
Why always me?
Ball goes long. Bunting deals with it. Clark shrugs off his man to Obi. Inside to the goal scorer. Good turn from that man. 1-2. And now Phoenix. This is the Phoenix we know and love. Obi. Mally does well. Tries to squeeze it through. Parisi gives it to his striker. Again, just in and out of possession, Domino. Phoenix, a masterclass.
Oh, 8-ball. They're doing everything right. What I do like about their press, they don't press when they need to. When they've got the ball here, it's more of just a marking the space instead of marking the man. As soon as they lose it and they're tight to a man, they all go. And you always say, 8-ball, if you're going to press, everyone needs to be singing off the same hymn sheet.
Yeah.
And we've seen that for years for this Phoenix team.
And that's the good thing about keeping these players together. Of course, Mad Bad Harky is there. Weird B gave himself half a yard very nicely with that turn. But of course, that man was there.
And we say about responses, 8-ball, the response from Avora going down to 3-1 has been so much better for them. Playing some great football here. They are committing a lot of men, and it's 3 versus 2, 8-ball. Obi running down
into the box. He's gone near post. Obi on the score sheet again. The centre-back CDM turned left midfielder for this season, proving he knows his way in and around the box, in and around the opposition's box, by the way. And from 1-0 up, Avora find themselves 4-1 down. And again, I mean, there should be a support group for Avora and RSN, because both of them have just had numbers done over them by a very, very experienced side. And we were starting to touch upon it as Avora broke into the box about how Phoenix are just a side who have played together for so long. Their core, and when we say core, we normally mean 4 or 5 players. The core here is your 10 players. They just know each other's game inside out, which when the going gets tough, there's not a side I back more to get into games, Dom, and I mean that across the board, than Phoenix. We've just seen them. We've seen them in adversity so many times, and seen them drag themselves out, and that has a lot to do with the experience, the spirit, and that core just playing together. And I think the likes of RSN, I think the likes of Avora can really pick up on those types of things as M West goes in search for his second. But the damage has been done, probably with that third. But they go ahead and get a fourth as well, Domino, which I don't think they'll mind at all, as Benny slides it through to Tiki, looking for his second and his side's fifth. Blocked, cut inside. Had too much time, Domino.
Yeah, 8-ball. Thought he'd just try and divert the keeper there, but it was great defending, getting back and covering the space. Avora here goes. Can they get that consolation?
Oh, Bailey, what a save, because not one of those 3 players did anything wrong there. But when it's not your night, it is not your night. I mean, Bunting could get another one here. When Bunting's not scoring, you know it's not going to be your night. Oh, wow.
8-ball. That is a clean, clinical, and like we said it last time, a very, very professional performance by these boys at Phoenix.
I mean, again, Domino, I mean this in the nicest possible way when I say that teams that haven't been at this level for 3-4 years like Phoenix have, and when I say 3-4 years plus, they should take solace. They should enjoy playing against the likes of Phoenix, because they are sides who have kind of been there, done it. If they can pick little tidbits of information up, if they can pick hints and tips up by playing them, then for sure, because a 4-1 defeat's a 4-1 defeat at the end of the day. But if you're not winning, you need to be learning, and I think that needs to be the bottom line here for Bunting when he goes into that locker room afterwards and has that kind of post-match team talk. You know, Phoenix have been doing this for some time. Yes, we played well on the night, but we still got beat 4-1. So what is it that they did that we didn't do? And kind of go back to the drawing board there and turn that loss into a bit of a learning curve and go from there. You know, teams like I said, RSN, Avora, very similar teams, kind of breaking into that kind of now top 20 teams, I would say, in the country.
Yep.
They need to be, when they play against the likes of Phoenix, picking up crucial bits of information. That's the only way they're going to improve, and I think that's kind of what they need to be doing. If they can do that, I think they'll see a lot more joy next season to go on top of these positive performances.
Yeah, and April, you only learn through your losses, and you don't learn much through your wins. And yeah, the Avora boys will go take note of that game. I mean, there's good bits to pick up there. Again, they played that game, no heads dropped. I liked it. Didn't work out for them, but as soon as they went 2-0 down, I understood the scoreline being 4-1, but they went for the game. They left spaces open at the back. We've never seen them that open before, but they had to go and get something out of the game. So you don't lose that type of thing. You redefine that type of thing when you go forward, but it just wasn't Avora's night. And Phoenix, bar a corner and a mistake giving the corner away, they didn't really put a foot wrong.
No, I agree. Right, we're just trying to get into this next game, which I'll tell you all about if Twitch stops messing around. Sometimes it just goes on like half stream, half screen, sorry, and I don't know why. But whilst you're waiting for me to sort my life out, here is game number 2. And Domino, Engine versus Prolific. We mentioned in the intro the last time these two sides faced off against each other. What are you expecting tonight?
I've got it here, Abel. I don't know if I'm wrong, and to be fair, normally I am wrong. I might not have done the results properly, but I've got it down when they played each other. It was 0-0.
No, it was 1-0 to Prolific.
Was it 1-0? Fair.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I agree with you. I do seem to believe it was 0-0 as well, but for some reason on the history it was 0-0.
Yeah, fair. I'll go write down 0-0 here, but I mean, here we go, April. I think Engine are a banana skin for anyone. I think on their day they play such incredible football, manage very, very well. They're gonna know, Engine, that it's an uphill task. They're going against some teams that are banging form with unbelievable players, ballers. It's going to be a hard task, 8-ball, but we always say it when you're the underdogs. You've got to see the first 15, 20 minutes out. You've got to frustrate the opposition. No easy chances, no easy possession. And then keep building yourself into the game when seeds of doubt start coming into this game. But for me, 8-ball, this would be our game to watch tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Two very, very good sides, and the side in the all blue from left to right is Engine, and league leaders and third place in Europe as well, by the way, Dominic. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. Prolific in the yellow with bluish shorts, I guess. From right to left. Yeah, that last game finished 4-1, boys. Phoenix 4, Avora 1. And Aaron, welcome. Hopefully you found a team by now, Aaron. That stint you did on Thursday should have done you well. Domino's evil cousin. They've got players up at the moment. One of them is Krimi, and Juan Lukaku lurking at the back post only means one thing. A goal for the league leaders. It is 1-0 to Prolific. And don't forget, boys and girls, this is Cup football. It's a round of 16 in the UK Pro Series, so it's a one and done tonight. That means Engine will have to come out kicking and screaming. But at the moment, only screaming going on as Chappelle really does save his team from going 2-0. But this prolific machine, Domino, it is really going for it tonight.
It's scary, and that goal is very reminiscent of a rugby play 8 ball, literally from one side to the other, knock, through on goal, and what a finish by that man, João Lukaku. You can't keep that man quiet, and keepers just rushed out, rushed blood to the head, or EA.
100%, 100% EA. Apparently they're fixing that in the new patch that is coming in the upcoming days, so I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, but more importantly, it's taking everyone up to level 75. Woohoo! Can't wait. More baller builds. Right, from the back they go. Do Engine. If we ever get this back up and running, which we do. Chappelle down the line. Quinho had João Lukaku keeping him company there. From PCW Legacy to playing João Lukaku, Domino. It's not. I'm not sure I could do that, mate. Skill-wise, or mentality. Not a chance. Corner for Prolific. 17 minutes gone. A goal to the good so far. They've got 4 men in the box, 1 lurking. I have no idea what's going on here, Domino, but acres of space for Hadji. Team of the week, Hadji. Probably going to be team of the season as well.
No, that man's fantastic, 8 ball. That battle against Mad Army, Battle of Hadji vs Polga, it was incredible. Back post, 8 ball, lurking there. Can he win that knockdown?
He can, but no one on the end of it. Here is Koku. Over the top, it goes.
Who was my man of the match in that game, going back to 8 ball?
I think he was officially man of the match as well. He's a absolute fantastic performance. From the standing gaffer as well, I mean, obviously we don't know what went on behind the scenes, but the 2 managers left Prolific. They're now back at Prolific, but that man, Hadji, was the stand-in man, and having seen what happened to FG, Domino, I'm not even sure you know the news, but FG are no more.
Wow.
Exactly. So you can see, and that's a through ball. He did look slightly offside from where I was stood. Yeah. So I mean, this is how kind of sensitive things are, Domino. At the top, one kind of slight move, and it can all come crumbling down. So the fact that Hadji kind of took this side on, and now they kind of really making a statement for themselves. I mean, they're always making a statement for themselves in the UK, but they're marching on in Europe now as well. They've caught up in the UK with those games as well, and they're still top. They're still unbeaten. So everything going Prolific's way, including this game at the moment. And yeah, a lot of it is thanks to that man Hadji. Crimmy tries to slide it through Chappelle there. 27 minutes gone, Domino. 1-0 to the league leaders.
Yeah, Engine haven't had much success or much joy. Can he keep that in? That's a ball. Oh, 8 ball. Just that second touch for him. But that half chance 8 ball when he was offside should give Engine a little bit of hope. They landed a glove on this team, so it is done. It's just you got to keep them quiet for the next virtual 70 minutes or so, 8 ball. Yeah,
you really got to back your ability when you're playing Prolific. But, you know, I would say it's kind of, you need to do what Prolific did to Mad Army last week. And just say, look, do you know what, actually, if we truly believe that we can beat you by playing the way we play and we don't have to change anything, then let's go, bring it on, square shoot, and you know, let's make it a fist fight in the center of the octagon and just throw down. And to be honest, I mean, we saw Engine match Prolific earlier on in the season, so that's probably the team talk, Domino. The team talk is, let's just not change anything, let's see how we get on. And with it being cup football as well, conceding an early goal is a bit of a killer because it does force your hand quite early on. But from a neutral point of view, more than happy with goals.
Yeah, and for a neutral point of view...
Oh, that's a ball by SB. Cuts it across to the gaffer. Mav has his shot blocked. Will go behind for a corner. 3 blue shirts in the box with another joining. Let's see if they can get something from this. 10 minutes.
Positive signs here, though, 8 ball from Engine.
Yeah, what a ball from SB. The shot come across. C27 heads it back across.
I thought he could have gone for goal there, 8 ball. Keeper looked a little bit stranded.
Yeah, he needs to get his inner bunting. Here is Hadji to Brookie. Back to the gaffer. Good feet from him. Inside it goes. Koku to Dominio. SB picks up the loose ball. Dilvix is there, though. The problem when you play Prolific Domino is there's just names for days.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
there's too many. There's too many match winners. There's too many weapons, April. And
yeah.
my
dances his way in. Yeah, here is
Haji.
Haji finds Dominio. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Prolific. I mean, they're just proving why everyone's been purring over them these last few weeks. They're just hit insane form. They've hit mad levels, and unfortunately, Engine on the receiving end there of a free flowing, not just a skillful attack Domino, but it just oozes confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're just when they go forward, April. I'll stop it here, April.
Crimmy 1v1 beats his man, goes low. It's textbook stuff, Domino. There's nothing you can do to defend against it. On the deck, out wide, through the middle, over the top. It just does not matter. Prolific. 3 goals to the good, and to be fair, I'm surprised it didn't come sooner, but wow. I mean, Engine now, Domino, they need an Istanbul-style comeback, and I am 100% here for it. 100% here for it. If that's what they want to do with that 45 minutes now, be my guest. The problem is, like I said, Prolific on paper are very good, but now they've moved that kind of on paper form to on the pitch form as well. And when you start to hit the form that they're in, we say it week in, week out, you know, we get these teams who just hit purple patches or just have like a purple game. At the moment, Prolific did it to Mad Army last week. They're doing it to Engine this week. There's just nothing you can do about it.
No, it's that snowball rolling downhill, April. Once it builds up enough momentum, it's very hard to stop, and Prolific have got all that momentum behind them. And Engine are just on the receiving end of it. And Engine, if I'm honest, April, haven't really played badly at all.
No.
Position's been fine. Defensively, they've been good. It's just one-on-one situations when you've got a team like this with so many different tricks. Stuff that Engine won't see on a regular basis because only teams like Prolific will do it. Yeah, it's a very hard night work there, but Engine need to keep it professional, keep that self-belief. One chance and they can be back into this game, April. But it's that's fantastic.
Just give it to C27. Yeah, give it to that man.
Apparently, up top, April.
Apparently he can take every. I mean, he's played centre midfield a few times, which is kind of where we picked him up from. But again, suffering from his own success, a very good centre back as well as. And yeah, maybe it's something they think about doing as they go in search of. I think the team talk for Mav there, Domino, is not, you know, can we get a draw here? Can we go on and win this? It's can we get the next goal? And then go from there. You know, it's small challenges for the team. Can we get the next goal? Can we not concede for 10, 15 minutes and kind of go from there? Take it in stages. I think if you take it in that 45 minutes, it's going to seem like a very big uphill task. Just micromanage this next 45 minutes because otherwise it could get it could be on a slippery slope.
Yeah, and just to be fair with your players, you're not going to take it out of this game currently playing it, but to be on the pitch with this high level, the only way you get better, April, is competing against high level like this, and this is what Engine are doing here. So exactly that, April. Win this half. Saying
Dominio
that now, Dominio
sits a man down. They've got players queuing up. It's hit the post, it's hit the goalkeeper and gone out for a corner. That is the centre back, Domino. Chwanze with the Sergio Aguero like turn in the box, the 6'2" striker. But yeah, this is what I mean, Domino. You've just got players for days, names for days in this Prolific side, and I mean we saw in the earlier game, Domino. All it takes is
that's nice by Mav. Just too many bodies.
All it takes is a corner. All it takes is a set piece. All it takes is a counter attack to just get the tails back up. And I think Engine just needs something like that, anything like that, to get some kind of hope in this game. And Quino might be the man to do that. Into SB9, we've already seen him play a delightful ball. Brookie does very well there. wins it back for Prolific. And when they've got forward, Domino, they've got themselves into some really good positions. They've got themselves into some really promising areas. It's almost like they play through one wall and get hit by another.
That's actually a really good way to describe
physically
it.
And mentally. One door closes, another also closes. Dilvix through. Good save from Matt D. Anyway, 61 minutes gone.
I'm always just impressed with the tempo Prolific player. It's always cute, calm pass, and all of a sudden they just switch it up 8-ball, and then it's one touch, 1 or 2 touches, and then at first time shots. It is so good to watch. And it's really hard to defend against. Like, how do you defend against that? They just
don't ask me.
Nice and comfortable.
I have no answers at all about this side. Absolutely none. SB is having a good game. Gives it to Trey Robertson. Gets one in the back. And I tell you what, no, on any other day. I mean, we saw it in the last game. Literally in the last game. Absolute stand. Here is C27. That's the secret weapon, Domino. Give it to that man.
Yeah. 8-ball. Some of the carries here from out of his own box, out of his own half, have been fantastic.
That's it.
Like, relentless.
We saw Juan Lukaku there coming across from wide midfield to go and play CDM. Is he then going to pop up in the opposition box? Chappelle does well. Down the line it goes to Mav dispossessed. Krimi to Koku. Cuts inside on the overlap. Is Krimi again. Here is Haji, the man in form. I say the man in form. One of many men in form. They will win another goal.
One of the 11 people in form.
Yeah, literally. 20 minutes to go. Headed down. Haji flicks it in. Picked up by Trey Robertson. I mean, we know he only needs half a yard, Domino. And Dino.
Professional.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Starting to look a bit dangerous on that counter-attack. Once again, Domino, they run into that wall. Linesman keeps his flag down. Krimi won't want to watch that one back, so I will clip it.
And I'll send it to me personally.
And it might very well be lights for these boys. It is game, set, and match at 4-0. Damage was done in the first half, Domino. It's been a very, very good display for this Prolific side. A huge ask for any side to come back, for especially a cup game as well, at 4-0. But at least it's not damaging. At least it's not damaging the goal difference that they've worked on all season. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, heads have started to drop a little bit here, 8-ball, from this engine team. And
I don't think they need to. I honestly don't think they need to, which is it's a shame. I mean, don't get me wrong, the rest of the boys are playing. One of them's gone, but I mean, you're playing one of the best sides that's ever been at the moment. It's hardly, if I'm playing in this and I keep it under 10.
Oh my!
I mean, they almost get their just rewards, but yeah, it's one of those things. Is now we won't comment on it. It's not for me to say, but
no.
I mean, we spoke about it in the last game. When you play these sides who have been around for as long as these players have been, yes, they don't have the same core. There's almost 2 cores in this side. Domino, great save by Matt D, 23, a very good goalkeeper. There's 2 cores in this side. You got the Spanish core and the English core. You can either learn from it or you can just sack it off and just ignore it. And I think that's how you improve. And especially, I would say in the last 12 months or so, we have seen those players who take results like this on the chin, who use these experiences, playing against these top sides. I mean, we were kind of joking around, but it is true. Quino, this time last year, was playing with us at Pro Clubs Weekly Legacy in League One. He was playing with me on the pitch, and now he's playing against Juan Lukaku. Yes, it's 5-0, but I'm sure he learned a lot more tonight than he did that whole season playing with me in League One. So I think, again, it's very similar to that first game. Take it, use it, and the players who are kind of going to be in these types of league, the UK Premier, like this man Trey Robertson, use it as a bit of a learning experience and just take it on the chin as it comes.
Yeah, 8-ball. You get games like this and not a lot can go your way. I mean, I don't think the scoreline actually. Oh, what another ball that is, 8-ball.
You were saying?
Okay. I think they're good value for the scoreline. They have obviously clearly been the better team here, April. Engine, you get beat by the better team sometimes, April, and there's no shame in that, like you said. It's just, you've got to let this one pass, and I mean, go again, really, April. I mean, it's hard to do it, but they've got a great management system here, and they know, April, they know that they're playing one of the best teams, and a result like this is not going to take it away from anyone.
I think the thing that would annoy them the most is it's on stream. I genuinely think, you know, if they're getting knocked out in the Pro Series by the best team in the country, then it happens. It's unfortunate for them that it was on stream. You know, I was just thinking to myself there on kind of the intro into this, Domino. We were talking about how Engine matched Prolific in the last game they played. I think that would probably arguably be the most disappointing thing for them, knowing that on their day they can reach those heights. And to be honest, they were probably unlucky just to draw that game. So I think when you go from that to this, that's kind of what separates you, because anyone on their night, I think, can do a number of these top teams, but it's just that longevity, that consistency. And I think when Mav and his boys watch this back, if they do, they might just want to sweep this one under the carpet. But if they watch it back, that's kind of, I think, what they'll be trying to suss out is, okay, well, we matched this team 2 or 3 weeks ago completely for 90 minutes straight. You know, it wasn't backs against the wall. It wasn't, wow, we got out of that one just. It was matched. And now we've gone to this. So I think it's just, what did we do well there? What didn't we do well there? Knowing fine well. And you can almost just replay both of the games on a separate screen next to each other and say, okay, well, when we got into this position, how did we defend? When we got into this position in midfield, you know, why did it break down? And I said it a couple of weeks ago, Mav and his boys, they do that. And you know, we're talking about the likes of Keno, the likes of Trey Robertson, and even Mav himself. They're the players who in a year or two's time will be saying, you know, a year ago they were Engine, getting beat 6 now, and now they're lifting a trophy, or now they're playing in esports Premier, etc. So again, they could do what they want with that, but I implore you to use it as a bit of a learning curve. And Domino, you have your say as I go look for this, but Prolific.
And that's what I wanted to touch on. We said a lot about Engine's mentality, but we go on to Prolific and how they played in that game, April. Knowing that they did have a tough night's work against them last time, that was as best as we've seen them. I mean, the Mad Army game was a different style of game, very, very even, very, very calculated. This was them saying, look, show me the best quality of self and highlight. And I think Koku has come into his own, April. The last couple of times I've seen him, it's very rare that I can see a midfielder that is so well-rounded at all different assets of the game. Aerially, on the ball, under pressure, through balls, defensively. He's now entering that top tier, that S-class, in there with the likes of the Vestix, April, where he's an incredible player, and he's now a linchpin in that team, because the amount of times he intercepted, the amount of times he got out of tight spaces and found a progressive ball, and then you've got players around him, players with the flair, like your Hajis, like your Krimis, like your Dominios, and Dominios absolutely shining in this team, April. Give him that service and the unselfishness for him and Krimi to hand it off to each other. They're all playing for each other, and this Prolific team will only go from strength to strength. You'll know where they're going to be at the end of the Prem. I'm in the esports at the minute, in third place, doing bits of there. I think only 4 defeats. They're up there as one of the best teams other than that front two. So yeah, watch this season.
They'll be looking to put pressure on those front two for sure. And you know, we're going into it now. We've got Cassiopeia team sheet up. We don't, because Cassiopeia naughty, but here is their lobby. The usual suspects: Banas Johnny playing in Cam tonight. LMG, one of our favorite goalkeepers. He is keeping sticks tonight. Lopez, Ricky Dorino, aka Ricardinho. Chisato playing CDM as well. And flip side of that, Domino, my old favourites. I haven't seen them for a while now, but brand new identity. They are Fenerbahce, which is Digital plus Emre Yetkin. He is playing up front tonight, and it's the usual suspects for the rest of this old Digital side, which normally means we're up for a very good game because Casapia have been up there for the majority of the season. They are 5th, Fenerbahce 7th. I was really looking forward to this one, Domino, and then I saw that these two drew 0-0 earlier on in the season. So, as long as that doesn't happen, we will be happy. But table time, because we're looking at Prolific first and foremost. 10 points behind Mad Army with 2 games in hand. So, I know it's a big ask to win both of those games, Domino, but they just beat top of the league, so they should be looking forward now. And to be honest, it's the perfect way to kind of get into the winning spirit, with a drubbing before you get into the EU Prem. And hey, we want to see the top of that table get as interesting as possible. So long may it continue for Prolific, and Fama and Mad Army. Mad Army proved that they were human last Thursday. Fama still freaks of nature. I mean, they've got 4 games in hand. If they win those, they go top by a few points
margin,
as well.
yeah.
So it's all to play for at the top of that table. But for now, we are concentrating on Casapia taking on Fenerbahce, 2 sides. I mean, I'm going to say 2 sides in good form, Domino. The last 2 games, Casapia gone blank, and Fener have 1 win in 4. So what do I know?
And April, these are the games that are really interesting because at the minute you can see the league table forming and the top 3 is already decided. Which way the top 3 go around, still to be decided, but that's going to be your top 3. So you're battling for that 4th position. And at the minute, there's a lot of teams, Fenerbahce in there, Casapia around there, and there's a lot of teams battling for that position. So these games mean a lot. These games are 6-pointers. You want to finish as high as you can up that league. And looking at, again, the run of form and how teams are playing, it should be Casapia's here. And I still think, even though if you go and win the league, Casapia, to come into a league, and I say it every time they play, from a qualifying group, a qualifying tournament, and expected to be in the top 10, in the top 28 ball is impressive. But to sit there at 5th position, I still think that is one of those remarkable things of the season. And if it goes all the way to the end and Mad Army win the league and Casapia finish 4th, Casapia's manager gets manager's season.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, just looking at the table now, I mean, Olte are above Casapia with a game in hand. If we're talking about that 4th place, that Champions League spot. I mean, looking around, Fenerbahce got 2 games in hand, but only takes them to a point behind Casapia. So yeah, everything's played for. It's almost 2 leagues, isn't it, Domino? It's that little mini league behind the top 3. So yeah, I'm happy to give that the spotlight for now, and obviously the game after this is a big one. It is Besiktas taking on Mad Army. Besiktas aside, who want to be in that 2nd mini league, Domino, and have been for a lot of it, but they've dropped down to 12th. So
all on a 4-mate goal at the minute, no wins out of 5.
Yeah, they need to get back on the bandwagon because again, they're Monstars too. So there's no reason for them to be in 12th. I think 12th would disappoint them. But that is our 4th and final game. But for now, it's these 2, Casapia taking on Fenerbahce. Our first game of the night of the VPG Esports Premier. Our first game of the week for the VPG Esports Premier. Let's see how the big boys do on the biggest stage. Of course, it is VPG stream brought to you by Pro Clubs Weekly. No late night show tonight. All this week, actually. All this week. So having a week off from the late night show. So early bedtimes across the board.
Needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Christmas time, Domino. It's it's getting to us. But this game taking a little bit longer to get into, which means it's going to be totally worth the wait, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. Always Abel.
And no one's being kicked out, right?
Exactly that, Abel. You are so clever.
I can't see it happening. This is the most worrisome load-up screen I've ever seen. Oh dear. I mean, I only know it's working because the stats for this guy's stream in that top right hand got no one's in the game, or they've just ta-da!
And for my next trick.
Wow, EA, you have really outdone yourself. Right then, is Digitals, aka Fenerbahce, in the yellow from right to left, and it doesn't matter because they'll probably change their kits later on, or get a different kit when they come back and score.
We're doing so well for time, April. We're doing so
well. I never had full faith in that one, I must admit. That was
what gave you any hints, April?
That was a bad one. That was a bad one. The load up for that took longer than my actual commute to work. But we'll try again. I mean, I would say it gives us a chance to look at the team sheets, but we've only got one team on there, so I mean, we'll go and have a look at it anyway because it makes me happy. This is my go-to screen, Domino. I mean, it does give us a chance to talk about Fener, aka Digital, because they had a stinky start to the season, Domino, and here they are in 7th place. And I think, you know, we've said it for years now. I can officially say that because we've been around for a long time. They almost fell into being kind of the gatekeepers of the VPG Esports Premier, and it was if you can beat and finish above Digital, then you've had a good season. Then you've done well. You're in that elite. Digital being part of this kind of mini secondary table where the top place is 4th place, I think that suits them, and I think that's exactly where they want to be, considering they've done that now for so long. The problem they've got at the moment is Casapia are a side who are, again, 7 points ahead of them. Appreciate they've got 2 games in hand, but the way Casapia have been playing and picking up results this season is exactly where Digital, aka Fenerbahce, would want to be.
Yeah.
And they almost need to say, okay, well, this blueprint for Casapia, what have they done well, and why aren't we doing it? You know, why haven't we done this in the last 8 or 9 seasons? Like, can we physically possibly do this? And I think as much as these two sides are obviously just going to play a straight shootout game of football looking for 3 points, I do think Digital have one eye, and I've said this previously, I do think they'll have one eye on this Casapia side and see what makes them tick, because clearly, like you said, Domino, they've come into this having qualified through a preliminary tournament, and they've just, you know, they've romped this league. You know, 5th place, they've been 3rd, 4th, 5th for the majority of this season. What's the blueprint? What's working well for them, and what's going well for them that the likes of, you know, Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Rote, you know, anyone who's not in that top kind of eight places, what aren't they doing that Casapia are doing? I think they're one of the most fascinating sides in this whole league.
Yeah, and they play some fantastic football. Exhibit A here.
Yeah.
But that's what the question Digital ask themselves is: do they want to keep that persona of the gatekeepers, or can they make a change here? And they've got man circulating at 8 ball. The ball was there. There was 2 calling for it. The defender was smart. They shot off those angles. Only left them with a shooting option. Really good play. But Digital straight on the front foot here. 8 ball. D to the G with a 1 for the cameras.
LMG, baby. That is why he's up there with one of the best. Bang in form. He's been in form all season. To be fair, we're looking at a reason why Casapia are so high up the table. Look no further than that man. And Ricardinho, by the way, who made that interception that Domino loved so much. Absolute unit of a man. Good luck trying to get around him. But a very good start to this game. Fenerbahce in the all yellow, if you haven't guessed yet. And it is Casapia, aka Grow Up, as they break into the box. Straight down Cruz's throat. Holds it well, of course. But yeah, game started very, very well. Both of these sides, I say, both these sides cooking. Banas Johnny gives it to Chisato, nice. Fires it in. A good tackle in the end, clean. Here is Dreschk. Inside to Rage. Emre Yetkin up front tonight, gives it to Bersinho. He did not strike it cleanly, Domino, but both of these sides are tearing each other apart at the moment. This makes me very happy inside.
Oh, 8 ball. I mean, that through ball there. Dresch just gave him that room, manoeuvred out wide, split the gap, and it opened that perfect space for the cam. Shot, unfortunately, much to be desired, but you need to be sharp when you're in form against these keepers. 8 ball. Hence why
Broco slides it through to Sano. It's the worst timing. It's the worst timing.
what do you call? Goal or save?
It's got to be a goal from there, hasn't it? He's finished it! There it is! Confirmation, slow-mo from Santos. Finds the back of the net, kept it low, kept his cool, kept us waiting. And kept his side. I have no, there's no way to finish that sentence. He just did really well and scored a goal. Well done. 1-0. I ran out of caps.
To be fair, Castapia have looked like they're locked in at the minute. There's some of the first 15 minutes, their quick passing, moving through the thirds have been brilliant, and they're here again, able just knocking the ball around so nicely. 1-2 touches.
Both sides, Domino. Yeah. It's like they know they're on stream. It's like, you know, it's like they want to put on a show for us. Incredible. It's only taken 3 years.
Mate, Digital always put on a show for us.
To be fair, yeah, I mean, this is very Digital. Play very well and 1-0 down. And we back.
Digital epitomised club sake.
Yeah, you can call yourself what you want, but we know who you are. We love you, Vela. Vitinha wins it back. Brucko, good interception because there was a man over there. Cruz, uncertain. Yeah, uncertain. Sanji picks it up over the top. It goes looking for Dress, but Brucko is there. Here is the gaffer, Banas Johnny. Gaffer and cameraman tonight. Thank you very much. Sanji back to quality. Sanji starting to cook now. This Fenerbahce side. 7 points behind their foes tonight with 2 games in hand. So Casapia can create a bit of breathing space. But the football here again, Domino, it's so good to watch. This is the highest standard of competitive clubs, and you get a good sense of that at the moment.
Oh, April. I mean, we're treated to a very aesthetically pleasing game of football here. Both teams just playing the game the beautiful way. Oh, April. It's eye of the needle stuff, and they're passing the ball into people that need the confidence to take it under their spell, and exactly like that, April. And they're just trusting each person on the box, and the football I'm seeing here is just world class. Defensively, offensively, keeping.
Keeping questionable. Fenner lived to fight another day, but here come Casa back on the attack. Vitinha to Bernas Johnny. King Alves can't shake off Zambi, but here is the gaffer, blocked by Zambi, the man who gave it away. It keeps coming back at the boys in yellow. I think it's more Casapia, Domino, smelling blood at the moment.
Yeah, Casapia's press after they lose the ball is very clinical, April. They swarm them like bees. Fantastic.
Broku gets the better of his man, drills it low. Zambi there. It's just all hands on pump at the moment for Fenerbahce. They'll do well to go in at 1-0.
Yeah, that's got to be the talk, isn't it, at the minute, April?
Things
just
stand,
kind of damage limitation at the minute.
No,
he's definitely offside. But yeah, at the minute, they're just being outplayed. They need a little bit of a circuit breaker, a little bit of a reset. Maybe stand on the ball a little bit, no loose passes, and giving it away in silly areas here, April. And if you are tempted to give away a risky pass, just go long.
It's a strange one. They've looked very good going forward. I don't think it has anything to do with them defensively, whilst, don't get me wrong, there's been a few what-if moments, but it's this Casapia attack, Domino. It's insane. It is literally insane. Very, very good attacking football from Casapia, and again, they are treating us tonight. They've got a man over. It is King Alves. He gets absolutely cleaned out. Nothing given whatsoever.
I need to see that in a separate camera. Give me 2 seconds. I have to watch that.
Do you know what? I was almost going to say, the worrying thing for Digital is Alves has had a very quiet game, and Casapia has still looked very good. He's just done a somersault. He's done a cartwheel in the box. It looked like a stone waller from where I'm sat, Domino. Nothing was given.
I just watched the replay, and it's an absolute stone waller. I don't think he's won the ball. He's pushed the guy that tried to win the ball, pushed him into slide tackle, and he's gone about 6 foot up. And nothing for it. Sometimes 8 ball, sometimes the game's on your side, and very much Fenerbahce, the game was on your side.
The The funniest thing is, exactly that. The funniest thing is, we were saying how lucky you would be to go in at 1-0 down. I tell you what, they're starting to take the mick a bit there, Domino, because they were extremely lucky. And again, looked very good going forward. Looked, I don't want to say defensively solid. They've not done anything wrong, Domino, but Casapia are just, again, worryingly looking like that kind of purple patch form team tonight, and Fenerbahce need to find a way to get in and amongst Casapia to stop them looking like that. They need to find something that will make them think, actually, you know what, we can't throw 4, 5, 6 bodies up at a time. We can't do this quick one-touch football. How you do that, I don't know, but they need to find a way, otherwise they are going to start to slip out of this game.
Yeah, we're asking questions to with an impossible answer here, April. Like, how do you stop a Casapia when they're moving it that quickly? It doesn't involve you to get in a shape. Like, they pass it so quickly and get into such great positions that you can't even rely on your shape or your man-to-man defense. It maybe just sit off them, don't press it, because as soon as you press it, you allow them space and they damage you in space. But this is Fenerbahce coming up here. We know how good they are on the front foot, Abel. Great ball inside, and it's a bit of a rugby skirmish, and yeah, Casapia walk out with it again.
They have looked good when they get into the box, and then it's just not been there. The one time it was there, LMG was equal to it. I think the cry for Fenerbahce at the moment is just more of the same. Get these guys on the ball, the likes of Rage, D the G. And to be fair, Emre Yetkin's looked very good when he's on the ball as well, and he'll want more this second half because he's a player. Again, get it into Emre Yetkin. They had the ball in the offensive third for all that time, and now here's a man who, oh wow.
Oh my, that's incredible.
Quality were the brilliant, but this is the downfall. This is the digital side of Fenerbahce.
Oh, he's done it again, Abel. Do not worry. Stop taking it to that man's side, because that tackle was so clean, Abel.
Twice in a row. 2 clean tackles in a row. And again, keeping his side in it. But yeah, they need to get Emre Yetkin on the ball more. He is the danger man. He is the linchpin. Sanji trying to go over the top this time. But like I said, you know, they had sustained pressure earlier on, and they kept the ball in the Casapia defensive third, and Emre Yetkin didn't touch the ball once. Again, they've had it here. He's not touched the ball again. They need to find a way to get it into his feet, and they still can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
good sweep in.
To be fair, I like it. Man of the match performance, April.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, 2 tackles in a row. A crucial point in the game, because if Fener go 2-0 down here, I think not from a quality point of view at all. It's from a mentality point of view. Yeah. I think they'll write themselves off. Knowing what I know about digital, and maybe Fenerbahce, don't know. Who knows? Might be a changed man.
The response has been great from them, April. They've been fantastic, really. I mean, they have gone a goal behind, but since going a goal behind, they've been on the front foot. They've been in ascendancy. But exactly what you said, all that football's great, and it looks beautiful, April, but there's no end product coming on this here.
Too many times getting caught at the back as well. Which, to be fair, we've not seen Digital go long once today. So clearly, they like to keep it on the deck, and it's worked well for them until they get to this point, Domino. They just seem to be missing something here, and Bestinho again, who's seeming to have the majority of their shots. He's not necessarily the man at the top of the order of players running through one-on-one that you want. You want D the G, you want Yetkin, you want one of those two going through on goal. And at the moment, Bestinho's had the 2 best chances.
Yeah, you're right there, Abel. Another great tackle there. They're just trying to rush it a little bit. I can see why, Abel, you're 1 goal down, so you do have to play quite quickly. Good touch there to keep it in. And Casapia now just need to show their experience and just last 15 minutes, foot on the ball, kill them with, again, possession, and it looks like exactly what they're doing here, and that's a fantastic ball over the top, but it will be cut out.
Quality is there again, and off Fenerbahce go. They've got 15 minutes to get something out of this game. Dreshko on the left-hand side wants it. Instead, Emre Yetkin will get swamped out by Chisato and Co. And here comes Vitin Rasta to Santos, the goal scorer, the current match winner as things stand. Rage does very, very well. Gives it to Yetkin. Loses out once again, though, as Rasta slides through. Santos, that man with the goofy flag, stops us from
trying to hold
having
his
a good
line,
time.
though. You can see Abel. You can see him trying to hold that line.
It was a close one.
Just on different wavelengths there.
Benas Johnny,
he's
take
definitely
a bow,
onside there, Abel.
take a bow. Alves takes one in the back, holds it up nicely, loses his man this time. They've got players up as well, and guess what?
Oh, what a shot.
Yep, the quality is there. Picks up the loose ends for Fenerbahce, but they need to get the ball. There's not a single Casabia player in the box. Now there is the one man they aim for. Cruz picks it up. Off Fener go. 8 virtual minutes. They've got to chuck the kitchen sink at it. It's time, Domino. Dreschk. That's not really the ball they want to be putting in, is it? Yeah. Santos holds his man off extremely well, and Casapia now, we're going to see what they've got in terms of game management. We know what Digital's game management is like. It's not one of their strong points. Late goals, though, however, always was. And here is Basinho again. He's looked the danger man.
I know, he's made his mind up a little bit early there, 8-ball. When he turned, he didn't expect to roll his man like he did. And then the goal opened up, but I think he knew what he was doing, premeditated 8-ball, what he was going to do. And then, yeah, he had a golden chance there to go through, or at least get a shot in goal. That's a fantastic
Johnny
ball.
once again sets Alves off into the box. He thought about it, Domino, and this is game management 101, children. I hope you're watching.
Oh, he's won a corner there as well.
Wow. I mean, it's elite level stuff. Look at them all running back, Domino. They do not want that smoke. Casapia will look to corner flag this. Fenerbahce again. Oh, here we go. Back sticks, and Cruz has won it. I mean, if they can see from this, they're going to be real mad. Is there a chance, Rage? You've got to get rid of it. You've got.
There is.
Into the box it goes, just a bit wide. Basinho swings it in. Back sticks is on. Broku does fantastically well, and a little bit of drama there. I mean, that would have been complete implosion in the Casapia ranks had they managed to muster something up there, but. Domino, I think we saw the best and the worst of Fenerbahce there. And going forward, I've enjoyed not watching Digital this season, Domino, because I don't need to keep asking the questions I don't have the answers to. But now we're back watching Fener. I'm struggling because the answers are coming back to me again. How do they create so much? How do they have all these free-flowing attacking players and still come out of it with nothing?
Yeah, what we have, Abel, is more questions than answers there. I mean, only Fener can answer that one about how they play. But let's talk about the team in the ascendancy, Abel. Let's talk about Casapia with going back to last week where Phoenix done that dogged, very professional performance. Casapia were fantastic. They were second best in the second half, as in most stats. I'd say shots and possession, but you never felt in danger. I don't think Casapia, other than that last minute of the game, ever felt real danger coming from the Fenerbahce team. Yeah. And it's a Cinderella story that keeps on coming, April.
No, I agree there. And again, we're looking for the blueprint of Casapia, and that's probably a good way of putting it. Is amazing in the first half, free flowing, all guns blazing. Should have been more than 1-0 up. Should have had a penalty as well. LMG kind of kept them in the game to a certain extent, or kept the scorelines 1-0 to a certain extent. But they then, I don't want to say they sat back, but they almost kind of said, okay, well, that's 45 minutes of our best. Now, Fener, can you match that? And we'll kind of sit in and if we have to pick you off, we have to pick you off. And that's kind of what happened. And I think ultimately what happened was Casapia, they were the better side. And it doesn't always happen, especially in clubs. Yeah. But the better side won, I think. And I think the most that Fener could have got from that game on, I mean, halfway through the second half, I think it was evident that we weren't getting a Fener win there. But the most they could have dreamt of there was a draw. And it took all the way to the 90th minute for them to really look like something might happen, and even that was almost just a ball into the back post. So again, we're used to seeing this digital side now, Fenner of course, and we've still got the same questions from 2-3 years ago. I think they might be happy with where they are in the league at the moment, currently 7th place, but we said on the intro to this, Cassiopeia coming into this league, via a qualifying tournament, are kind of showing up those teams, and I think the likes of Fenner need to kind of study that and say, how can we be a bit more like Cassiopeia? Because we saw the good, beautiful football in that first half, and to be fair, from maybe 70-80 minutes. And then we saw the game management side of it as well. We joked on stream as well. That's not Digital's best quality. So, look, it was a great game, especially that first half. Brilliant game. Fenner will be disappointed not only with the result, but kind of the fact that they never looked like winning after going a goal down. I think that might be slightly worrying for them. But as always, back to the drawing board for Fenner and Cassiopeia. They might very well finish top of that kind of secondary table, Domino.
Yeah, and they look good value for 8-ball. Some of the football that we see in the game management, how comfortable they were when a team like Fenerbahce was under possession. I think, like I said earlier, let's keep this Cinderella story going on. But 8-ball, on to this main event. I am excited.
Good evening. It is. Let me just get them up, see what they're saying. Polga versus Absco. It is Monstars 2 taking on. I mean, how can Mad Army not be Monstars? To be fair, there's too many Monstars. There's like 20 Monstars in this league. But it is Besiktas. 12th place Besiktas. They're on a bit of a free fall at the moment, taking on league leaders Mad Army, who we saw fall on their sword slightly last week. It made it to our game of the week because, to be honest, I was gripped. I even watched it back, Domino, on Sunday when it came out on Pro Clubs Weekly. So that's how good that game. I mean, it finished. I won't tell you actually, just in case you want to go and watch it, which I recommend you do. But they proved they're human. Besiktas, it's a fantastic time to play Mad Army, Domino. There's never a good time, but I guess if they just got beat, let's just try and poke the bear a little bit more, and that's exactly what Besiktas will be looking to do tonight.
I mean, just got beat. They have gone on 3 consecutive wins in this league, and we talk about the bounce back effect when you lose a game 8-ball. How do you come back from it? How do you bounce back from it? And Mad Army, they're just, after the Famicao loss, sometimes the wheels fall off. When success is great, you're riding high. As soon as that low happens, it's what the individual's like. Do you start falling off? Arguments with the team, baby out with a bathwater, and all those superlatives. But they stuck to their game, and to be fair, they're there. They're still at the top with games in hand for better.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing there. But they're back here 8-ball. I'm just excited to watch them again because they're just such a fantastic team. On paper, in real life, incredible.
Both of these sides are brilliant teams and should be a brilliant game. Mad Army welcoming back Elias tonight. Been missing all of last week. Comes in for Tutku Demir. It is Besiktas in the all-white. Do not sleep on these boys. Taking on league leaders Mad Army. They will be the favourites going into this. Offside. They will be the favourites going into this. However, they are away from home as well. So just a little thing to remember there. Absco playing left midfield tonight. Gives it to the ever dangerous Sentinel. Atsu is playing wide right midfield tonight. Mookie to Festic. Here is Capone. Sentinel back there from striker, but here comes Mookie. He's been brilliant this season, as he was the season before and the season before that, I'm sure. But
You name me a bad performance he's ever had on stream ever. I can't name one.
No, not at all. Capone to Warren. SG gets the shot off. It's dragged wide. Will be a goal kick. Didn't take a deflection. Didn't need a save. Mad Army.
The angle that we had on that 8-ball, I was just expecting the net to bulge there. I was just expecting it.
Well, the quality we've got on show, Domino, was expecting it to bulge. Mister. Escrow. Dodgy pass. Shisui Shiki does just enough. Good defending from that man Sentinel on the half turn. Can't slide it through.
No freebies. That's got to be something Besiktas talked about. There's no freebies there.
Yeah. I mean, that pass across the goal in the air was the definition of needed Shisui Shiki to dig them out. They're going to need him to dig them out a lot this game. Here is Elias back in the team. Hammers it off the post. Look how far that went, Domino. Wow.
Keeper made the move early, then rushed back into position, and just put too much on it. 8-ball and living dangerously, this Besiktas team.
Warren SG there.
I think losing out. But is Polga playing?
Polga's playing, yeah, this is him here.
Ooh.
Here is Capone breaking into that offensive third. Loses his man nicely. Shisui Shiki is there, but Stocks will pick it back up. Back to Latov. Good. I'd say good feet. He didn't do anything. He just waited for the man to go past him, but that's experience talking there. Festive exchange in passes with Warren SG. It's good football. It's kind of what they've done all season. I mean, even the defeat, Domino, last week, they still played sensational football.
Oh, mate.
Right then, 25 yards out. A dead ball specialist's dream, this, Domino.
And a dead ball specialist he is.
Warren SG goes goalkeeper side. Graham makes the save. A good signing for a team looking to go up the league from Neon. Besiktas backs against the wall. First 23 minutes. Mad Army looking to turn the screw. Delivers it in. Escrow does really well, but comes out to the corner taker. Warren SG heads it down. Does Mookie to Latov. Not who you want it to fall to. Elias. Polga, of course. 70-yard rake-in pass. Absco is there. Handed off nicely to João Neves. Latov, though. That's where you want him. Defending the halfway line. And H-Show does really well, but Festic is there. That's what he's in the team to do. Polga, too much space if you're a Besiktas fan. Slides it through. Warren SG, good save by Graham. Yeah, good position as well, because that toe punt, that Tommy toe punt went like an absolute bullet.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of worrying sign here, Abel, for Besiktas, where Mad Army have started. Hello. I say that now, Abel, and they've got some territory, but Mad Army have started to drown them, sinking them in pressure. This is a very not good spell here. They just need to be a little bit more good. So great work there, Abel.
Done really well. Usually a cam dominant. He's dropped into that kind of Perlo role for this Besiktas side, and he seems to be enjoying it. Stocks. J-Lings cancelling that one out. João Neves to Sentinel. Slides it through to HO10. Back to Sentinel. He was off originally.
Oh my. I'm the best linesman in this game, mate. Well, he was not.
I mean, I'd be happy if you would be linesman, because it doesn't sound like you're going to call all that much, so we get more action. Corrupt.
You know what?
Polga over the top. Looking for Warren SG, gives it to Roro. It's cannoned off the defender, Domino, and it is going to be another own goal. Ryan is the one wheeling away, claiming it for himself. He'll look to be putting that one through stats, but Domino, it looked like it deflected off the goalkeeper, back off the defender, and into the Besiktas goal. It has been coming for Mad Army, however, very, very unusual circumstances. We saw one last week, which was the first one of the season, and they must be like buses.
Yeah, well, I just watched it. Two deflections off two of the centre halves, and sometimes you make your own luck there, 8-Ball, and Mad Army made their own luck.
Got to be in it to win it, and Mad Army are certainly in it. Can they win it? 1-0, 40 minutes gone. Festic. I mean, he's going on an adventure, Domino. That's the CDM.
Oh, he's so good.
Very, very
like
good
I said
player.
about Koku, there's leagues here of what you want centre mids to do, and some are more expansive and some are more defensive minded. But when you've got players like that who are true all rounders and can do it as good as anyone else, they're a massive commodity, and they've got 2 of them in their heap.
Yeah, they're spoiled. They should stop stockpiling them. Looking for the feet of Polga. Cut out. I suggest Besiktas do that more often, but then you've got to get right past the rest of them. Warren SG on the edge of the box. Gives it to the striker, Escrow, with the big tackle. It's going to get pulled back for the original one, Domino, and it is Graham versus Warren SG once again. Round 2, and look at that top left-hand corner. Look at the time. He's almost tempting him to go over the wall, Dom, and I think it was the right thing for the goalkeeper to do. Stocks puts it back in, though, and I tell you what, he's done enough to put everyone off. Into the box it goes. Absco with the clearance. Shuri Shishiki will complete the clearance. Living dangerously are Besiktas, and living defensively are Besiktas, because they have had a lot of defensive work to do in that first half, Domino.
Yeah, sometimes when you get into the games, it starts at 50-50, and then you just see that bar slide 8-ball more towards one side. And when you've got a team like Mad Army that slide that bar, it's very hard to get it back to a 50-50 momentum. Once they've got their confidence up, it's a problem. And Mad Army have got Besiktas where they want them. It's up to Besiktas now to change the story and change how they're playing. Easier said than done when you're playing a team with Mad Army in this form 8-ball. What would you say Besiktas need to do to get back in this game?
I mean, watching Prolific last week, they just matched them. And we've often said it's a stupid thing to do and don't bother doing it. But it worked really, really well for Prolific, because I do think it just surprised Mad Army a little bit. It gave them something to think about. It gave their forward players like the likes of Riot, like the likes of Elias, it forced them to come back into their own half. It forced them to come back into their own box and defend. And if you can keep those danger players, I mean, look, off they go again. They go and just join. He's playing a striker right now. They go and join the attack as much as possible. And I think Prolific just forced them back into their own half quite a lot last week. How you go about doing that, I mean, answers on a postcard. But Besiktas, I mean, they've got the players. They've got the players to be able to do it. Have they got the cojones to be able to do it is a different thing, because something's got to change from the first half, Domino. If they play like they played in that first half, which was defensively solid, they're sitting in, looking to counter. I do think Mad Army will pick them off eventually. I do think Mad Army have got another goal or 2 in them if they carry on the way that they played in that first half. So it's Besiktas's, the ball's in their court, really, Domino. If they want to be brave, they could get something out of this game, but I think if they fall back into kind of old habits, I do think eventually they'll get picked off, and I do think that plays into Mad Army's hands more than they'd probably like to admit.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk versus reward here, 8-ball.
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
another great ball
that's
to
unreal. Right,
Warren.
gives it to Warren SG. Stocks is there on the overlap. Is Elias. Domino, it's Ryad and Elias are in the box for Mad Army, because they're not forced to have to go and defend. Picked off. Mad Army 2, Besiktas 0. That is what happens when you let these players free roam.
Yeah, and Besiktas actually enjoyed their best spell of possession there, knocking around quite nicely. And I was going to say, is risk versus reward. Besiktas do need to, I wouldn't say play the rescue ball, but you've got to try and beat a man. You've got to try and take someone on the middle of the park and open up your own space, create your own space. And at the minute, they're not doing that. It's very, very passive. And, Shisui Shiki. Who's been a standout player for them today. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, Riot versus Shisui Shiki, little versus large, is actually hilarious. Sentinel on the overlap is Shaz. This is much better. Get those players forward, force those wide players to come back in and tuck in as fullbacks. And now at least then if you give it away, Domino, they have to run up, they have to join the attack. It just gives Mad Army something to think about, and that's what I think Prolific did extremely well. Every time Haji touched the ball, he was looking to go forward, whereas now it's, do we play it back, do we go forward, and that's much better from GZ. Forward thinking, get those wide players back defending, get it to the likes of Sentinel. You can, out of absolutely nothing, Domino, GZ had a choice there. Do you go back to the centre back, or do you dink it over and see what happens? And they've got a corner out of it.
Yeah. What I would say here, April, is they've got to change something that style of play. Exactly what you said. They've got to be a bit more progressive and can't
Felicia's
waste
first touch
golden
of the ball.
opportunities. Yeah, you just can't waste golden opportunities like that when you don't get much up in their box, and it comes back at you in waves, and here they come again. April. Festic's having a field day out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even at 0-0, I mean, he still plays like they're 2-0 up.
Yeah, you can't dent that man's confidence. But here we go, April. If you can play
Mookie again. He has no right being there. I don't know why he is 60 yards up, but the tackle is so important because there was two.
You tell him not to be there, April.
I'm not tell that man anything. He's sensational, sensational. He really is just world class, isn't he?
Yeah, everything he does, positioning wise, defensively, offensively. Yeah, can't really put a foot wrong here.
Sentinel
What
skips
Sentinel,
past
that's
his man, gets the early shot off, does Absco Berisha. That's why you get yourself a world-class goalkeeper. He's very much been a spectator for most of this game. Could have been sat up in here with us, but he's needed there. And Absco had one stolen from him there.
I saw the exact same animation that he'd done, and it went straight into his hands, and I was like, I don't think he's going to do that again.
Yeah, 100%.
And yeah, it did the exact same thing.
Yeah. And again, you know you're not going to be getting chance after chance after chance against a Mad Army side. So you need to make set pieces work. You need to pull the trigger on those half chances, which Absco did. But yeah, back-to-back set pieces like that, Dom, especially as even today we've seen how important they can be for the likes of Aurora. Just get something out of it. Make Mad Army think, put some pressure on them, because at the moment they are absolutely strolling and they're having a good time. If they're going to go on and win the league, Dom, at least make it difficult for them. At least make them sweat for it. Yeah. And at the moment they're having a field day. There's a man over and it's Ryad as well. Cuts inside to Elias. He's going to find the back of the net. Once again, that man is so potent in front of goal. And he takes up some insane positions. And Mad Army love it for him. I think they missed him last week. Well, he's back here with a brace. And he puts Mad Army 3 goals to the good. And certainly will be picking up 3 points at the end of this game.
Yeah, I think the amount of times we've seen him score on stream, April.
Yeah.
Big game player for big occasions, and exactly what you said, just popping up in pockets of space, just setting those traps for the opposition. And what a fantastic player, what a fantastic signing, and this Mad Army team, April, it's a different gravy.
Yeah, they're purring at the moment. We said they were having a good time. That man, Elias, is certainly having a good time. And I think you're right, Dominic. I genuinely think he might be close to double figures on stream this season. Certainly is leading that charge. To be fair, a lot of these Mad Army players will be up there because we watch them so often and they score lots of goals. Both of those things coincide, by the way. If they didn't score many goals, we wouldn't watch them.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're top of the league. If they're winning like Arsenal, I'm not interested.
Oh, Shishui Seeker's had a great game, mate.
Yeah, he really has. It makes no sense. His team are 3-0 down.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Not much in clubs does make sense, to be fair.
No. Same like the Mook argument, April, or not really argument, the Mook statement. Yeah, you tell me a Shishui Seeker game that you've had a bad game.
True that. True that. Festic slides it through to Ryan. I thought he might square it with Elias on a hat-trick, but he wants his name in lights this time. That puts him on 2 as well, Domino. I mean, questionable that first one was an own goal, but he's the one who ran off and celebrated. He's the one who will be putting it through on the stats later on, I assure you. But the headline will read, Mad Army 4, Besiktas 0. Has it been a 4-0 game, Domino?
Yeah, I do think there has been a 4-0 game, mate. Well, I don't think Besiktas really has laid a glove. They've had one good opportunity and one really, really good save, April. But other than that, this Mad Army team, Festic playing the way he is, just opening up the midfield. And sometimes, April, it does look like they're playing with their food. And here we go again.
No, Elias. I mean, they're going to get a penalty for it, aren't they? No, they're not. It got dragged back. Okay, because that was not a foul. But yeah, he should have left it. 100% he should have left it. But both of them on a hat-trick, Domino. Of course they're not going to leave it for the other one.
no,
you saw him not square it across to him, so yeah, maybe that was payback. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're trying to work out now before they take this free kick. They are going to go for goal. It does hit GZ. I mean, 4-0 down in the 89th minute, Domino. I'm not putting my body in the way of that.
No.
Like, if you want to have a shot from there, mate, you shoot from there.
If I was 30 yards out and we're 4-0 up, I'm hitting it from there.
Yeah, give it to Festival Mookie. Ball comes in. Goalkeeper hesitates and Latoff. It's the top level, Domino. If you hesitate at this level, you will get put to the sword. Latoff, cherry on top. I mean, we saw this side win 5-0 last week against a very good GSK side. They're now 5-0 up against a very good Besiktas side. Mad Army putting out a statement, not just 3 points, but a statement, Domino, against a very good side. And, you know, the likes of Prolific, the likes of Fama will be watching this, whether they like to admit it or not. Of course they will. They're big fans of the channel, but more so for the result. And I think that they will be not thrilled watching that, because they looked very, very good everywhere across the board. 12 shots, Domino. 12 shots against Besiktas.
It's a hard night work, 8-Ball. Besiktas, I don't particularly think Besiktas played badly, 8-Ball. They were in the game. Some of their creativity through the middle of the park before conceding that second goal I thought was really good. But after that second one went in, it was just a Mad Army show, and heads did drop. You can see that on the pitch. Defensively, again, it's really hard when you're playing against such creative players that can do it all in all their positions. And sometimes you come up against a team like Mad Army in this kind of form, and you just got to say, well, that's that. We're outgunned everywhere on the pitch. Write that one off. Good experience playing against that kind of level. We go again.
Yep, spot on. Congratulations to Mad Army. Those guys go marching on. I'm sure they'll be back tomorrow. I think that's probably a good assumption. Besiktas, commiserations. I mean, you know, similar to Engine, similar to Avora earlier on tonight. Sometimes you just need to say, yeah, fair enough, they're a very good side. You either learn from it, or you can pick holes in it, but you'll be there for a long time, because trying to match what these guys are doing is it doesn't happen overnight. So take it on board, learn from it, and go again. But obviously, both sides, all 8 sides, Domino, welcome back whenever you like. We love all 8 sides from tonight. Right then, that is it from us for your Monday night's viewing. Do join us tomorrow, because I've got a special guest on the channel.
Who's that?
It's Domino on a Tuesday night. We are spoiling you rotten. So Monday, Tuesday, both comms are here. Yeah, I'm going to actually go and have a look at the games now, Domino, because I want to know what we're going to bring you. We'll let you know over on socials, and yeah, same time as per usual, 8 p.m. Join us. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. Make sure you like it as well, because algorithm things. And then yeah, give these boys a follow as well. Pro Clubs Weekly. And yeah, if we don't hear from you on socials, or if we don't see you on the Discord, then we'll see you tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. sharp. Be there or be doing something else.
Sounds great, 8-Ball. Let's go.
Cheerio.